Hello everyone. Today we are going to start our new topic, adverse drug reaction and combined drug effect. First of all, we would like to understand what do you understand by adverse drug reaction. Adverse drug reaction means when any person who are going to take any kind of medicine, then there is some kind of side effect has been occurred. Just a moment. So in adverse drug reaction, what kind of effect we are going to see when any person who are going to take any kind of medicine. And second thing is that what is the combined drug effect? When we are going to take two or more drugs at a time, then what kind of effect we are going to see in the person? That is maybe synergism, maybe additive effect, maybe antagonistic effect. So all these kind of things which we are going to happen during the administration of drug, would like to understand about all these parameters. So we are going to start with our objective to study about adverse drug reaction. Means what is the our motto for understanding the ADR. When we are going to take any kind of medicine, the medicine having such kind of some kind of adverse drug reaction which may occur in the person if the person doesn't take a precaution during the administration of medicine. So we would like to see in this chapter and what is the learning outcomes. Students were able to understand about the adverse drug reactions, what is the dosage form at different doses, and sometimes some different terms which are going to use during ADR. So first of all, we would like to understand what is adverse drug reaction. What does the term adverse reaction refer to? Means a life-threatening response to a drug. Yes, when any person who are going to take medicine, if the medicine having narrow therapeutic index, which we have discussed in last class, what is a narrow therapeutic index drug and what is the broad spectrum drugs. So in narrow therapeutic spectrum drugs, these are the drugs which are given in presence of doctor or registered medical practitioner under their supervision. So if the drug having narrow therapeutic index and we don't focus that the dose of the drug, then it may cause life-threatening case. So what is life-threatening response to a drug? Mean to say that what kind of life-threatening cases? For example, when any person who are going to take CNS depression condition kind of medicine, or yeah, you can say any medicines like Digitalis. For example, Digitalis, it is a narrow spectrum drug. So when a person who are going to take digitoxin, then if the dose of digitoxin is very in our body, then it may causes life-threatening response. What kind of symptoms we are going to see during in this case? First, we are going to see the person who are suffering from sweating, flushing, and unable to normal breathe. You can say difficulty in breathing. Such kind of symptoms we are going to see in case of life-threatening response. Next one is a drug-induced allergy. Means sometimes some drugs which causes allergic reactions. It may be seen many times we are going to see in case of antibiotics. In case of antibiotics, most of the antibiotics are responsible for causing drug allergic reactions in our body. A harmful, noxious, and unintended, undesirable response to a drug. Mean to say that nobody want that I should go out from area. Adverse drug reaction होनी चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं होता. Mean to say that there is a harmful, noxious, and unintended. Means we can't predict that kind of medicine may cause adverse drug reaction in the particular person, or undesirable response to a drug, an unpredictable response to a drug. So all these four definitions are perfect in case of ADR. Unpredictable response means sometimes some drugs which giving one person who are going to suffering from that kind of adverse reaction in thousands. So that kind of effect is called unpredictable response to a drug to a particular person, a particular patient. Now side effect. There is sometime we are going to hear that that medicine causes side effect. Then what is the meaning of adverse effect and side effect? Adverse effect, side effect may be predictable. Mean to say that the medicine having same category of drugs may causes side effect. For example, sulfonamide causes G6P, glucose 6 phosphate deficiency. It is a normal thing, which is side effect of the sulfonamide category. Sulfonamide category drugs causes crystalluria. It is a common side effect, you can say, but there is unpredictable effect if any person who are going to case of life threatening, that may that is cause adverse drug reaction. Toxicity and overdose. Toxicity, uh, when the toxicity is going to happen, if you are going to understand about toxicity, when any drug who are going to cross their therapeutic narrow window, if any drug who will cross their therapeutic window, that kind of drug causes toxicity in our body. When any drug who reach below the therapeutic window, unable to produce therapeutic response. But if any drug who cross the therapeutic window, that kind of drug causes toxicity. And toxicity is caused by the simple one thing is overdose. Because most of the drug are in they are going to design, they will remain in between their therapeutic window. If any drug who are going to cross their therapeutic window, they causes toxicity. And toxicity is caused by simple one reason is overdose of the drug. If we are going to suppose we are going to take a medicine 500 mg, which is sufficient for relieving from pain, fever, whatever the things. If we are going to take, instead of 5 mg, we are going to take 800 mg, a 1000 mg, a 1500 mg. That is overdose. Next, allergic reaction. What is allergic reaction? Yeah, what do you understand by allergic reaction? So allergic reaction, these are the reaction uh, which is caused which is responsible for releasing of histamine in our body. And that one histamine is responsible for secretion which causes the constriction in blood capillaries, blood vessels. And it is also responsible for thrombophlebitis. That's why some kind of rashes, yeah, redness on skin we are going to see in case of allergic reaction. Allergic reactions generally has been done by the IgE antibody. Mean to say that if any drug who are going to activate or initiate the property of IgE antibody, that will also cause allergic reaction in our body. So that is the allergic reaction. In allergic reaction, sometimes asthmatic attack may occur. In allergic reaction, person is unable to difficulty in breathing. Patient is unable to speak in a proper manner. So all these kind of things which are going to happen during allergic reaction. Physical dependence. Physical dependence means when any person who are addicted to a particular drug. Sometime we are going to see that the person think, if I'll take this medicine, then I will sleep. Yeah, I can't sleep without this medicine. So that kind of thing you can say that is responsible for physical dependence. And next one is carcinogenic effect. Then what do you understand by carcinogenic effect? Carcinogenic effect means any person who are going to suffered from cancer. Yeah, you can say any drug which is responsible for causing cancer in our body, because sometimes some drugs are mutant the particular gene, yeah, oncogene. Suppose some kind of medicines like opioid drugs, yeah, you can say steroidal medicines. Sometimes they will initiate our uh, P53 oncogene. So if their gene are going to mutant or suppressant, then cancer may create. So sometimes some medicines which having carcinogenic property, some dyes also causing carcinogenic property, which we are going to use during treatment. For example, phenolphthalein we are going to use in the case of UTI, and some drugs, anti-leprotic drugs, sorry, so carbamazepine, which is anti-epileptic drug, which is also responsible for carcinogenic effect, we are going to see. Now, the definition of all these terms in one sentence, one statement. First is side effect. Unavoidable, unintended pharmacodynamic effect that occur at a therapeutic dose. Mean to say that I have told you already, sometimes some drugs which we are going to give, then that kind of medicine will cause side effect. That may be somewhat low. Uh, some means if there in case of there we are going to see the classification of medicine. Suppose sulfonamide, I have given the example: sulfamethoxazole, sulfa sulfadiazine, sulfamirazine, sulfiisoxazole. All these 4 or 5 drugs, sulfiisozole cause little being crystalluria, but it causes crystalluria. In case of sulfamethoxazole, sulfamirazone, all these drugs are doing higher rate of crystalluria, but sulfiisoxazole is doing somewhat little being slow. You can say somewhat low as compared to other sulfonamide category of drugs. Crystalluria they are going to cause, for example, dryness of mouth with atropine. If we are giving the atropine, if we are going to take atropine for pre-anesthetic medication, yeah, you can say for reducing the spasm motility, but atropine causes dryness of mouth. It is the side effects of the atropine. Toxic effect result the excessive pharmacological action of a drug due to overdose or prolonged use. That is the very simple case, hepatic necrosis from the paracetamol overdose. Mean to say that if we are going to take paracetamol in larger dose, then it may cause hepatic necrosis. Means they are going to damage hepatic cells. Drug intolerance. What is the meaning of drug intolerance? Toxic effect of drug in an individual on therapeutic dose. When any person who are going to take the drug uh, on therapeutic dose, that person are going to vomit. Means sometimes we are going to say that the drug is not suitable for that one patient. Not suitable means drug intolerance has been created because the person is going to vomit at a time. Vomiting with a single dose of salicylate. If any person who are going to take aspirin and become vomit, so that is called drug intolerance. Drug tolerance means decrease the response of same amount of drug after repeating the administration. We can also say drug tolerance. Sometimes we are saying drug uh, uh, accumulation. Mean to say that when any person, suppose any person who are going to take 100 mg tablet, 100 mg tablet who are going to take, and it is sufficient for therapeutic as a response. But that one person is going to take regularly, 1 month, 2 months. After that, we are going to see after 2 months that 100 mg dose is not sufficient for the person for relieving the particular pain. So we needs to give 150 mg, yeah, 200 mg. Mean to say that we are going to increase the dose because the body, and you can say the drug tolerance is created in that one person. Cross tolerance. What is the cross tolerance? Tolerance for a drug that develop after administration of a different drug. That is called tolerance for the drug development. You can say tolerance for a drug development after administration of a different drug. Tachyphylaxis. Rapidly occurring tolerance to a drug. That is called tachyphylaxis. Means when you can also understand this thing by the help of down regulation, which I have already said in previous class, that when a person who are going to take same medicine repetitively, then it causes tachyphylaxis, means down regulation. That is the same thing. Sometimes it will occur very rapidly because of drug accumulation in adipose tissue. Once the drug who are going to deposited in body, then the tissue is unable to give the response in a proper manner. Next one is cumulative effect. In cumulative effect, increase effectiveness when a drug is given in a several doses. Cumulative effect increases the effectiveness when a drug is given in a several doses. Drug dependence. Drug dependence, if the patient become accustomed to a drug's presence in the body. Simple things. Drug dependence means a person, yeah, a patient will depend on that particular drug. We can understand this thing. Now, next one term is idiosyncrasy. What is idiosyncrasy? Many times this question has been asked in many exams. Means drug effect unique and individual. It may causes toxic reaction. It may causes allergic reaction, a reaction in a particular patient, or anaphylactic reactions. Idiosyncrasy, actually, it means when a person who are going to take medicine, then it is responsible for causing toxicity. That is called some kind of abnormality in body. That is called idiosyncrasy. Allergy, drug allergy means immunologically mediated reaction. It is immunologically mediated reaction. Mean to say that it is directly stimulate our immune system. Once our immune system is going to stimulated, then it may stimulate or it may suppress. In both of cases, if the immune system is going to suppress, then the allergic reactions will not occur. And if the immune system is activated, then it causes several type of antibody in our system, and that is responsible for causing allergic reaction. And especially in case of IgM, IgG, or IgE, all these kind of yeah, antibodies who are responsible for causing various kind of reactions. Some symptoms unrelated to pharmacodynamic profile of a drug. Symptoms unrelated to pharmacodynamic profile of a drug means these are the drug symptoms which causes directly pharmacodynamic profile of the drug. Means uh, in any drug, sometimes some drugs which causes allergic reaction. For example, penicillin category of drug, here you can say antibiotics. So all antibiotics which are responsible for causing allergic reactions. How they are going to causes allergic reactions means when we are going to take the drug at a particular dosage form, sometimes they are responsible for causing allergic reaction by the itching, by the redishness of skin. We are by the increasing the permeability of blood capillary. So they causes thrombophlebitis, and after that, that one place is going to redishness. So all these things are causing responsible for drug allergy. For example, penicillin. Drug withdrawal symptoms. Drug withdrawal symptoms, functional disturbance induces by the drug persist even after offering drug has been withdrawn. Teratogenicity. What is teratogenicity? Induced drug birth defect means sometimes some drugs which you can say which reduce, yeah, you can say which causes some kind of fetal abnormality. How they are causing, for example, thalidomide is causing phocomelia. Means phocomelia, you can say absence of limbs, means hind limbs, forelimbs or hind limbs may not develop. In that one case, if any person who are suffering from teratogenicity means that kind of effect, that kind of birth defect, you can say, which you are going to see very commonly in the persons. For example, thalidomide. And many drugs which are responsible for causing teratogenic effect, like if we are talking about phenytoin. Phenytoin causes saddle-like nose, means the nose size become flat, and methotrexate is responsible for spinal disorder, or warfarin. Warfarin is cause for spina bifida. So that kind of teratogenic effect we are going to see in a number of cases by the medicines. They are because they are going to disturb, yeah, you can say they are going to cause defect in the child, yeah, in the baby. Next one is mutagenic effect. What is mutagenic effect? Mutagenesis involving alteration of genotypes by the modification of the DNA. Means if there is any kind of changes in DNA, they are responsible for causing mutagenesis. Mutation is carried out by the next generation. It is very simple and clear cut thing. Mutation is carried out by next generation. Means mutation, it is a genotypic effect. Means sometimes some drugs which are responsible for act at a particular gene, and they may are going to suppress the gene, or they are going to mutate the gene. If the gene is leaving their place, omitted this place, that one case, there are some kind of defect has been occur in the DNA. If the defect occur in the DNA, means the person who are who's who's in their who's in the person who are suffering from the particular kind of disease. So that one thing is caused by the case of mutagenesis, yeah, mutation. Mutation is carried out by the next generation. Now, photosensitivity. What is photosensitivity? In case of photosensitivity, mutation is carried out by the next generation, because the gene omission of gene, then the particular characters are not progress in the another generation, and that kind of problem is occur in our body. For example, hemophilia. In case of hemophilia, what could we are going to see? Yeah, hypertrichosis disease, because that kind of particular characters in our body, which are going to omitted by the particular gene. So that kind of thing are going to carry in the next generation. Next one is photosensitivity. In photosensitivity, cutaneous reaction resulting from the drug-induced sensitization of the skin to UV rays, UV radiations, cutaneous reaction resulting from the drug-induced sensitization. Photosensitivity or phototoxicity. There are of two things. How they are going to cause, when drugs are going to deposited under the skin, and when the UV rays, the skin comes to contact with UV rays, they are causing itching, burning at the particular site. So that kind of thing are called photosensitivity reaction. And phototoxic reaction means in presence of sunlight, it may convert in toxic metabolite, and that one toxic metabolite may causes burning, allergic reaction in all over the body. So that kind of things has been happen. So photosensitivity means it is the cutaneous reaction resulting from the drug induced sensitization of the skin to the UV radiation. For example is quinolones. Quinolones are very common, means like say, ciprofloxacin, ofloxacin, levofloxacin, all these kind of antibiotics which is responsible for photosensitivity reaction. Drug safety therapeutic window. Drugs therapeutic index or window measure how safe drug is, means or margin of safety. Means high therapeutic index drug are safe, and low therapeutic index drug are not as much safe as compared to higher therapeutic index. Why? Because in low therapeutic index, their window is very small. So when we are going to take the drug on a particular dose, then the drug may cross their therapeutic window. If the drug remain in between the therapeutic window, it is responsible for which is which which causes less side effect. The larger the ratio, the safer the drug. It is the very common. If the drug is larger the ratio, having safer the drug. Therapeutic index or ratio is the ratio between the lethal dose and effective dose, means LD upon ED50. The formula is for TI, means therapeutic index is equal to LD upon 50. LD 50 upon ED 50 into 100, means it is the ratio between the lethal dose and effective dose, and this is useful for measurement of safety and efficacy of any drugs. This question has been asked in the exam, that therapeutic index indicate, means therapeutic index indicate the measurement of safety. Means if what is the LD50? Yeah, you can say lethal dose. What is lethal dose? Suppose we are going to take 10 patients. In 10 patients, we are giving a particular medicine. If the medicine is causes allergic reaction in first to 5%, your total out of 10, if 7 or 8% the drug is going allergic reaction, then their TI is low. Yeah, you can say that drugs come under low margin of safety. If the drug having 1 or 2% therapeutic index ratio, lethal dose effect 1 or 2% means their therapeutic window is high. So by the help of TI, we are going to identify the LD50 upon ED50, means 50% concentration of the drug. So what is the formula? The formula is LD50 upon ED50 into 100. Next one, lethal dose. Lethal dose, the amount of drug which kill the subject when the administered is called lethal dose. I have already told you that kind of medicine which is responsible for causing allergic reaction in our body, that is called lethal dose. The effective dose, the amount of drug which removes sign and symptoms when administered. Mean to say that if any person who are going to take drug, the amount of drug which remove the sign and symptoms of drugs when administered. Now next one term is placebo. What is placebo? Placebo, sometimes we are going to see some persons who told, if I take the medicine then I will okay, if I take the medicine then I will sleep. The person is okay, person having no any kind of disease, any kind of problem, but sometimes some persons, yes, some patients react like that one thing, if I will take the medicine then I will sleep. They are called psychological phenomena. So we are giving the false drug or false medicines, means these are the medicines which have no pharmacological effect. That kind of drug is called placebo drug. So the drug devoid the intrinsic pharmacological activity and work by the psychological, means psychological effect. Mean person who thinks, if I will take the medicine I will sleep, there is the psychological patients. So that kind of drug is going to affect that kind of persons. So the use, if we are talking about use, so this medicine is used for that kind of person who are psycho. Yes, to a particular drug. So that kind of medicines we are going to use for psychological treatment. Now we are going to understand some few another terms. Combined drug effect. Combined drug effect, what would be happen? Protocol, submission, additive action, synergism, or drug antagonism. What is the meaning of all these things? So first of all, combination of two or more medicine simultaneously or work quick succession, that is called synergism. Mean to say that when two medicine may be of same category, when the dose of drug is increases in the blood, then the therapeutic effect will increases in our body system. So combination of two or more drugs at a time, which is responsible for quick succession. No interference with the with each other effect. There is very simple thing. No interference with each other's effect. May oppose each other's action. Antagonism. May oppose each other action means sometimes when we are going to take one medicine in a overdose form, then we needs to control the dose of overdose of drug in the blood. So we are giving that kind of medicine who will not bind with the receptors with the who will stop the binding of receptor of the particular drug. So that kind of drug work as a antagonist. So may oppose the action of another drug, that is called antagonism, and may produce similar effect in the same organ. Sometimes when two or more drugs are taken, that drug may push the effect therapeutic effect of another drug, that is called synergism. Now, next one thing is interaction. Interaction of two or more drugs is maybe pharmacokinetic or maybe pharmacodynamic. So we need to understand what is the drug synergism. So drug synergism means syn means together, or ergon means work. Means when two drugs work at a time, that increases the therapeutic effect. For example, if any work were done by if a person, and the same work is done by the two persons, then the who will finish the work first? When two persons who are going to do same work, and the one person who are going to do work, their function will completed as compared to both of them is late. So synergism means when we are going to take two or more medicines in a combination, then the therapeutic effect will induce fast. You can say the therapeutic effect will produce very fast. So that is known as synergism. This is the facilitation of effect of one drug by the another when they given together. That may be say additive, yeah, sublimation. Yeah, supra additive means potentiation. Additive effect, you can say 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, and supra additive means one one medicine plus 0. 0 means it will push the effect of 1. Ultimately, result is 2. That is called superadditive. Additive means 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Means one drug is doing their 100% and another drug is doing their 100%. Means if we are going to add both of them is 200%. In case of superadditive, one drug is doing their if the one drug is doing 100%, another drug is not doing anything else, but it will push. Mean this drug will work with this drug 200%. Means 1 plus 0 is equal to 200%. That kind of effect is called superadditive effect. Yeah, potentiation. Potentiation means that medicine increase the potency of that drug. How it increases the potency of that drug? The question is that maybe uh, this single drug is going to metabolize, the concentration is down. If the concentration is down, then it will work, suppose 100%, yeah, 50%. If their concentration is down, and after that it works 100%. Okay, and it will generally doing their work, and after that it will be released out. If this drug is not metabolized completely, yeah, you can say the metabolism of drug is not done, means another drug who are going to escape and prevent the their metabolism. So that one drug is doing 200%. That kind of things is called supra additive. Now there are some examples. We would like to understand this thing. Summation or addition, the effect of A plus B, the effect of drug A, effect of drug B. The final effect, same as algebraic sum of magnitude of individual drugs. Means if I have said 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, the side effect don't add up. Example of additive assimilation, different mechanism of action may be. For example, aspirin. Aspirin inhibit prostaglandin synthesis. It is responsible for analgesic effect, analgesia. Means their analgesic effect will increase by the stop prostaglandin synthesis. Codeine, it is opioid antagonist. Both are in a different category. One drug is non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, another drug is opioid analgesic. Both drug having different activity. One drug act on peripheral nervous system, one drug act on central nervous system. So codeine codeine opioid agonist drug which is have also analgesic effect. Now the sum of both of them plus plus means 2 plus, means their action is when we are going to take both medicine at a time, the analgesic effect will produce. Now the example of addition for same mechanism. If, addition, yeah, you can say additive effect can be produced in a same category of drug, in different category of drug, in different category of mechanism like aspirin or codeine. In same category of mechanism of action, if we are going to see ibuprofen inhibit prostaglandin synthesis, yes, it's true, it causes analgesic effect. Paracetamol is also inhibit prostaglandin synthesis and it causes poor analgesic, means but analgesic effect. So they are called plus plus, yani 2 plus. Supraadditive, the effect of drug A plus B is greater than the effect of drug A plus drug B. When two drugs are given together, the final effect is much more than the simple algebraic sum of magnitude of individual drugs. For example, sulfamethoxazole plus trimethoprim. Sulfamethoxazole or trimethoprim, the sequential blockage of two steps in synthesis of folic acid in microorganisms. Sulfamethoxazole and trimethoprim, both are the drugs which we are going to use in case of cotrimoxazole, we can say in antibiotics we are using sequential blockage of two-step synthesis of folic acid in microorganisms. The effect is Seidel effect, we are going to see in case of sulfonamide. So they are the responsible for supraadditive effect. Now other supraadditive effect, drugs combination, uh, drug pairing based on of potentiation. Acetylcholine plus physostigmine inhibit the breakdown. Acetylcholine plus physostigmine, if we are going inhibition of breakdown of acetylcholine, means acetylcholine is going to hydrolyze and their half life is less than 2 minutes. But if we are going to give the in a combination, yeah, with the physostigmine, the half life of acetylcholine will increase also. Yeah, you can say the breakdown will be controlled very less. Adrenaline plus cocaine, inhibition of neural uptake. Because cocaine stop their neural uptake. The drug is never, adrenaline is never reuptake, and it will available for binding effect. So that is the supraadditive effect. Tyrimethamine plus monoamino oxidase enzyme, MAO inhibitors. So monoamino oxidase enzyme plus tyrimethamine increases the inhibitor resoluble catecholamine storage. So these are the things, these are the example of supraadditive drugs. Now, drug antagonism. We needs to understand about drug antagonism also. There is a very special terms. What is the definition? The combined effect of two drugs is less than the sum of effect of the individual drugs. Means drug effect of drug A plus effect plus drug B is less than the effect of drug A plus effect of drug B. One drug decreases, oppose, or reverse, or counteract the effect of other drug by the different mechanism of action. How it is possible? How it will be possible? We are going to take an example. Then this thing will be understand very easy manner. If a person who are taking an overdose of morphine, if a person who are going to take overdose of morphine, then what would be happen? May causes respiration depression, may causes respiration depression, may causes pinpoint pupil, and many more adverse effects we are going to see. And in the meanwhile, we are going to give another drug, naloxone. The naloxone, it is an antagonistic drug. It is also having same type of competition with morphine, and it will bind with the receptor and stop the binding of morphine to the particular kappa receptor. If the kappa receptor, the drug is not bind with the kappa receptor, then the therapeutic effect will not, if yeah, you can say adverse effect will not produce. So that kind of thing is called drug antagonism. Now let's see in the slide. They are of also two types. We are going to see in the slide also. First is pharmacologically antagonism competitive type. I have told you they are of two types, competitive or non-competitive. In competitive, they are called reversible, and non-competitive means irreversible. So on the basis of pharmacological antagonism, they are of two types. Competitive means they are try to bind with the same receptor site. They are try to bind with the same receptor site and then produce therapeutic and then uh, reduce therapeutic effect, not binding with the same type of drug with a particular receptor. And next one is non-competitive type. In non-competitive type, what would be happen? That is irreversible. Means the drug is bind with a particular receptor and another drug is bind to another site of the receptor, and it will change the conformation of receptor. That is why the drug does not bind with the particular receptor and not produce therapeutic effect. That is called non-competitive. Next one is chemical antagonism. Chemical antagonism, number of chemicals agents which we are going to give, and which act as a chemical antagonism. Physiological antagonism, physical antagonism. All these are the terms which we are going to understand. Now, in this chart, pharmacodynamic antagonism, competitive type. In competitive, they are of another three types: reversible competitive, irreversible competitive, pseudo competitive. या pseudo reversibly competitive. Non competitive में interfere downstream events and act as a allosteric site. Now we are going to understand non-competitive type. Interfere with the downstream event. Downstream means they are going to actually completely uh, uh, means they are going to disturb the particular binding of the drugs. And in allosteric site means the drug is bind to another site of the receptor and it will modulate the shape of the receptor. That is called allosteric sites. So these are the chapters. These are the our topic in which we are going to understand regarding uh, what is first of all what is ADR, and after that we are going to understand what is synergism, and what is tachyphylaxis, what is our tachyphylaxis, and after that we are going to understand about combined drug effect, and what is synergism, what is antagonism, what is reversible antagonism, what is irreversible antagonism. All these points we are going to understand. Apart from them, what is physiological antagonism, chemical antagonism, all these terms we are going to clear from this chapter. Now our pharmacodynamic chapter will be completed, and now some we are going to see some multiple choice questions in this topic. First of all, which tissue has a great capacity of biotransformation drugs? That is very simple question. We need to say that which tissue has greatest capacity, having liver, then kidney, then lungs, then intestine, then brain, then blood vessels. These are the sequence. In this sequence, we should always remember about lungs, then kidney, sorry, liver, then kidney, then lungs. This sequence, these three agents we should remember always. Next question: the drug administered through which of the following route is most likely to be subjected to first pass hepatic metabolism? We are always saying, so if we are going to take oral route drug, it always pass through first pass hepatic metabolism. So oral route is the answer. Sublingual route actually bypass the drug to the particular route. And next one, subcutaneous route is also bypassed because the drug directly comes into the bloodstream contact, and after that it will bind with the receptor and produces a response. And last one is rectal route. In rectal route, 50% hepatic metabolism is escaped, means not occur. So the answer is oral route. Now next one is biotransformation. Biotransformation render to more drug more lipid soluble. If the drug is more lipid soluble, then what is the biotransformation? No. Render the drug more lipid soluble. We are going to convert, and can be altered by the drug, is necessary for all drugs and takes place only in liver. If the question is only biotransformation, the drug is more lipid soluble. Elimination. So lipid soluble elimination. Now entry of a drug in central nervous system is enhanced if a drug is entry of a drug into the CNS if the drug is highly lipid soluble. If the drug is more lipid soluble, then it easy to cross blood-brain barrier, and it is given intravenously. No. High plasma protein bound. No. So answer is B. First pass metabolism. First pass metabolism occur only in the liver. The answer is occur only in the liver. Pharmacodynamic involve the study of following except. The question is last one except. Finish the question from except. Biological and therapeutic effect, correct. That will seen in pharmacodynamic. Absorption and distribution is not occur in pharmacodynamic. Now today we are going to finish our topic pharmacodynamic. So absorption and distribution we have going to study in pharmacokinetic. So answer is B. Mechanism of drug action we are going to see. Drug interaction we are also seeing in this chapter. If an agonist is an substance that interact with the receptor without producing any effect, interact with receptor and initiate the change in cell function and producing various effect. Answer is B. If an agonist can produce some maximal effect and has moderate efficacy is called partial agonist. What phenomena can occur in case of using combination of drug? In case of combination of drug, now we are going to study. In case of combination, when we are going to take the drug in combination is called synergism. So answer is synergism. Tachyphylaxis, no. Accumulation is not, and tolerance is also not. They are the part of ADR, adverse drug reaction. Now we are going to see. Elimination rate constant K is defined by the following parameter. K is always defined with the help of T-half. So answer is half-life, T-half. So these are the questions and this is the reference. Thank you.